Yes, you can celebrate Taylor Swift engagement and still care about the world's problems at the same time. So, side note, Jesus' last name is not Christ, by the way. Christ is the Greek word for anointed, which is translating Messiah or Mashiach, the Hebrew word for anointed, which basically became a term for king. And there's a story in Mark 14 of Jesus actually being anointed by a woman. While he's at dinner in Bethany, this woman comes with an alabaster jar of very costly ointment, worth more than 300 days' pay. And she breaks it open and pours it on his head. And some people there get angry. Hey, why did you waste the ointment in this way? Could have been sold, the money given to the poor. And they scold the woman. And Jesus says, leave her alone. You will always have the poor with you, and you can show kindness to them whenever you wish, but you will not always have me. The phrase, the poor you always have with you, has long been abused as an excuse to ignore poverty, as if Jesus is saying that the poor will always be there, so hey, there's nothing you can do about it, you might as well just waste your money. Which is clearly not what Jesus is saying if you actually pay attention to his ministry. Jesus does not want poverty to continue. What he is saying is that the existence of poverty is not a reason to also have no extravagance. You can actually see this in like Levitical and Deuteronomy, the law, where there are very firm commands about providing for the poor, about leaving food in the fields, about setting aside a portion of your income for the poor, and also commands about feasting and celebrating and having part of your income set aside for feasting. So there can be this sort of fake pseudo concern for the poor that says we can't do anything fun because there's always poor people out there, which is like the same sort of BS you see when people aren't allowed to celebrate Taylor Swift getting engaged because, hey, don't you care about the war in Gaza? But the existence of bad things in the world should not therefore equal that we are unable to have joy and celebration. We have to be multidimensional people, capable of doing multiple things at the same time. Joy is permissible, as well as deep concern and compassion for the poor and oppressed. Other Gospels connect Judas to this pseudo-pious thought. And it's right here that we see Judas goes and betrays Jesus. And I think there's something about performative concern for social justice that can actually reveal the darkness in our own hearts. This woman saw Jesus for who he truly was, the anointed one, the king, the Messiah, and she responded with reckless, beautiful extravagance.